This is a ferrari. It's an armored military vehicle that was made throughout the 1950s and 60s for use by the British Army, who used it all the way through the 1950s in hostility, in war zones, in combat areas. Today I'm going to drive it around suburban Nashville. Yes, that's right. I've flown to Nashville to borrow this ferrari from a viewer because down here in Tennessee, they let you come on the street. Up in the Northeast where I live, you have to have a permit to sneeze. But in Tennessee, they're like, does it have wheels? Does it have lights? Did you pay your registration fees? All right, go ahead, drive it on the street. So this thing has lights and it's illegal to drive on the street, even though it has no readily apparent doors. So here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna take the ferrari out on the roads here in suburban Nashville, and I'm gonna use it to run a few errands. Then I'm gonna bring it back here and I'm gonna show you all of its unusual quirks and weird features, which I'm sure there are very, very many. And of course, if you wanna know more about my experience driving a 60-year-old military vehicle around suburban Tennessee, click the link below to check out my column on autotrader.com/oversteer. Right now, time to get on the road. Ready? Oh my God, what have I done? Oh, this is the craziest thing I've ever driven. I can't see, I can't hear. The driving position is horrible. What is this? How did British troops drive this? Oh my God, I cannot believe this thing. The steering position is horrible. Why is the steering wheel facing down? It's absurd. Oh God, I'm turning. I missed course. Since I was clearly experienced and in a sane and reasonable frame of mind, I decided it was time for the next adventure, going to get an insane gas, which meant taking it out on the road. All right, we're on the public road. Oh my God, I'm so scared. The driving position is so bad. The steering wheel is pointed down. It makes no sense. I can't see anything behind me. There are mirrors, but the handling is just awful. It's so loud in here. My ears, I can't hear anything. It's the weirdest thing. You basically have to put it in gear and then you push the clutch. It makes no sense. It's so counterintuitive. It's hard to even remember how to do it, but I have to constantly remember I'm already going slower than traffic. I don't want to stall. So I have it in clutch with no second on it. I'm waiting at a light. The second the clutch in, I push the light turns, pops, and it starts going. Light clutch, push the screen, it pops forward, and now we move. This windshield is the size of an and not like a big like a reasonably old. I can't see behind me at all. This is the scariest thing I've ever done. I just hope cops don't show up. This is illegal, believe it or not, in Tennessee, but I don't want to have the experience of explaining all this to a police officer. I can't believe I got a turn signal in this thing. Whoever came up with that idea? I can't hear anybody. People are trying to talk to me, but I can't hear a thing. I'm very nervous. I'm so stressed. I mean, I'm on the road with 1,000 other cars. Oh, everybody is staring at me. This is so loud and so awful. All right, here we go. It's so loud, so loud. Once I got to the gas station and climbed out of the ferret, I was, perhaps not surprisingly, the single most popular person there. It's an old armored military car. Yeah, there's no doors, it's all armored, so you gotta climb in through the roof. No, it was a little earlier than that, like the 60s. This is 52. All right, the tank is all full, and so now it's time to get going again. Ugh. I got good at that. Let's do it. Yes, after attracting an enormous amount of attention at the gas station, it was time to move on to my next errand. Well, I'm hungry, so I figured now it's time for lunch. Now I'm sitting in the turret position, so I'm gonna order something from the drive-thru. Can I get a chicken nuggets and a sundae and a sus, please? Like a 6-pack of sus and a sundae? What's that? That's it. Yeah. All right, thank you. Hi there. Yeah, here you go. Sorry, it's a little far. Thank you very much. This thing can go up to 50 miles an hour, but I don't know that I'd like to be sitting up here when it's doing 50. The crazy part is it can do also 50 in reverse. Hey there.
How are you?
Thank you very much. Huh? No, it's good. I'm good. I got sauce in the tank. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. With my errands complete, it was now time to drive the Ferret back to its owner's garage.
Nobody wants to go in front of you when you're driving this thing. I feel like I'm going a million. It sounds like so much is going on. But really, I'm going 20.
And eventually, I started to get the hang of it.
25! I can't see behind me. I can't see up there. Everybody is just staring at us. It's crazy. All right, it's time to shift into top gear. This is great. I'm driving it. I'm having no problem. Man, I'm really working it. Up to third. Third kicks in at 11 miles an hour.
But it wasn't all easy.
Oh, the brakes are so bad. Oh, they're really bad right now. Oh my God.
Fortunately, I got the Ferrari back safe and sound. Okay, so you've seen the Ferrari in action. Now it's time for me to show you all of the weird quirks and features on this thing I've discovered in the last couple of hours behind the wheel. I'll start with these things. You probably saw them mounted on the front. Those would be switches, and there's 6 of them, 3 on each side, controlled with grenade launchers marked 1 through 6 inside the cabin. Next up, let's discuss the gun. It's real, of course. It was a fake gun, but it's been demilitarized and cut into pieces and then stuck back together again. The only sounds it makes are these. Next up is the windshield and its hilariously small windshield wiper. Now, I told you the windshield is the size of an and really it is. Here are my fingers for scale. The side windows are armored plates. They can be lowered when you're just driving around the suburbs, or they can be raised in combat. When they're down, this is all you can use to see. The thing does have headlights and, strangely enough, my personal favorite, turn signals. Inside, this is the view you get from the driver's seat. Note how the steering wheel points downwards towards your feet. These are the incredibly old-school controls you use to start and operate the Ferret, and here's the one for the turn signals. And no, it doesn't cancel automatically. Yes, the parking brake is in the center of the incredibly small footwell, and over on the side is the gear lever. First and second are up at the bottom, third is on the top, fourth is on the upper right, and the last gear really is marked top, neutral is in the middle. The rest of the interior is a hodgepodge of complex wires and connections that do God knows what. Oh, and there are 2 old-school seats on either side of the driver. Count the guy up top, and this thing is the world's most cramped 4-seater. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a comprehensive tour of the Ferrari. On my YouTube channel, I primarily make videos with exotic sports military vehicle built for war zones. These are good. A good sauce.